All right, this is some new settings. We'll see if it helps at all. And I guess we'll just dive right on in.
Amazing. In a world of mass layoffs and wages getting eaten away by inflation, workers just got a huge result in just 3 days. Because while workers' wages were slowly stagnating and the threat of automation kept increasing, the shipping industry made $400 billion in profit in just the last 3 years. For reference, that's more than they had made in total since 1957. Keep that in mind, by the way, if you ever see a Wall Street Journal op-ed trying to paint these workers as greedy for wanting to be paid fairly, or fear-mongering about the inflation that these sorts of strikes could cause. There would be no inflation if companies didn't raise their prices, and they clearly have the profit margins there to not do that. But anyway, in this video, I want to take a step back from this specific case and get a little bit more general. We need to talk about how exactly unions are able to do amazing things like this, how they resist capitalism.
So there's some of the audio, and then I showed an important graph that I think people need to get a good familiarity with, being the union membership rate in the blue, and then the percent of income going to the top 1%, the share of income going to the top 1%. And you can see when there's low unionization, a greater share of income goes to the top 1%. Now, obviously, what we want to do is bring a greater share to the bottom 90%, and that doesn't happen, or at least doesn't happen to the extent it clearly the share of income going to the 90% goes down as the share of income to the top 10% goes up. So here the top 90% would be getting, or the bottom 90% would be getting 65% of income, whereas today it's only, well, not even today, in 2008, which, if you look at any graph, you can see that this number is probably way up here now. But, it's probably somewhere in the 45% mark. But here you can see it's right, 35%. If 35% of income goes to the top 10%, then 65% goes to the bottom 90. And here, if 50% of income goes to the top 10%, then that means only 50% goes to the bottom 90%. So I think this is an incredible graph. I think it perfectly illustrates that we need to get this number up as soon as possible. Something that we really need to understand as a generation. Yeah, that's the deal. Let's, I don't know, just show this off real quick. You got alternative media. And right now I think I only have one subgroup, being Hassan, but I'll probably add Second Thought. You can see I also have Infowars, a lot of respect, Breaking Points, all sorts of sites really, and you can add your own too. Once you make your own account, you can add your own media alternative, or you can go on the Hassan page and you can tag your own post, and you can see my comment here. You can see that I amplified it. And it's pretty cool. You can watch the video. You can have a separate set of comments here. And yeah. So that's the deal. This is with a higher or better connectivity. I think what I'm supposed to be doing is having like a higher kpbs. I need a higher bit rate. And let me test these, check these settings out real quick. Settings always make the screen and the computer go kind of crazy, but let's see. Yeah, good. It's at 1920 by, it's at 1080p. For some reason, sometimes the settings turn off and then it goes straight to 23. It's such a weird number. It's like 2300 by 1300, which is like the weirdest number I've ever heard. But that's what happens, and it's really kind of annoying because it makes the quality of the stream go down. But this looks pretty good. From what I'm seeing, it looks like it's of a high percentage. Although now that I'm opening up the YouTube thing, it's saying that it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Viewers will experience buffering. And I don't know how to improve that, to be honest. And I've been trying different things. I have an upload speed of 14. So it should in theory be pretty good. Now I'm going to kind of overdo it because I'm running a speed test simultaneously while streaming live, so that's obviously not going to help out too much. But yeah, I mean, let me know in the comments down below. Now it's saying download speeds at 20, and now the whole computer is going to overheat because I'm doing way too many things at once, and that's my own fault and my own problem. And the upload speed's at roughly 9, 10-ish, 11, 12, 13, 14, 13.26. Anyway, that's the video. That's what's going on. If you like. If you don't. I mean, this isn't really something likable. You know what I'm saying? This is more so the golden age of 90s privacy. Anywho, that's the deal.